1, 2, testing 1, 2. Hello! My first ever YouTube video. All right, so we got something I really am passionate about that I want people to bring awareness to, and that is face masks. I wanted to do this video for a long time now, since this pandemic and stuff like that. People who are trying to protect themselves with face masks are getting a lot of shaming. Okay? This is not okay. There's numerous reasons why this is not okay. Number one reason, in my opinion, is it is not your goddamn business why someone is wearing a face mask. It's not your concern. Just like if someone is wearing a hat you don't like or anything like that, it's none of your business. Don't say anything to them. It is not your concern. So as most of you can tell, it's pretty early in the morning here. It's like 8 a.m. I've just woken up. I've been bombarded with a massive amount of news media, just like everyone else has. I'm trying to sort through and filter through the facts of what's correct and what's not. And there's only one thing that I can talk about that I know for sure is going to help and is going to bring hopefully some awareness. Take the cases in Japan, for instance, where the cases haven't skyrocketed. They've actually been able to manage this situation and this pandemic through wearing face masks. Wow! Then I see some of y'all shaming people. Shaming people you don't know for wearing masks and taking into consideration their health and the people around them. There's absolutely no harm in wearing a face mask. In fact, it is doing more good than damage. You are being the damaging one. And I don't take shaming of any form. I do not take public shaming. I think boycotting is the most cowardly thing you can do. I think that telling people they look stupid or silly in masks is damaging to not only the person, everyone around you. And you are the problem. You are the problem when you do that. You are the problem. And you are probably the one spreading the disease, not them. Whether it's a fabric mask, an N95 mask or an equivalent. N95s are obviously the best. They have a full filtration system. I'm going to make that really clear. So the N95 masks differ from these surgical masks because they have air filtration systems and, you know, a ventilator sort of thing, and they filter it through and into carbon filters. So the carbon filters are in here. An N95 mask, you can also put in here. Okay, so this is an N94 mask. They're sold out worldwide. Please don't go out and buy a bunch of masks now either, because the moral of this story is that you should be staying inside, and the only people that should be wearing these masks and the majority of the supply should go to is medical practitioners and staff. I agree, we should all be staying inside. If you must go outside because it's your job or you need something or whatever, if you must go outside, you should be wearing a mask. End of story. Whether it is a little fabric mask, which is just as good, and put this on. This is my One Oak one, not a promo, just the only one I have on me right now. Oh wow, I can cough into it, and I'm being really considerate. Here I have, it's actually a Korean style N94 mask. A little bit different to the surgical mask because it wraps tightly around the head. And this is really good for, you know, closing off the face and making sure no air or anything can get in. This is my absolute favorite face mask. I think a lot of people right now are very misinformed and confused. And that's okay, because we all are. There's one thing I really wanted to talk about with you guys though, and that is particularly Asian culture and the history that Asian culture has with protecting people and themselves by wearing masks. This is not a very good example because it has a hole in it, but this is my friend's mask. And this is a usual surgical mask that people would wear. This has a metal plating up here, which helps keep intact to your nose and your face. And this will stop anything coming in or out, unless you get a hole in it like mine. Sorry, my phone died and I had to continue filming. The moral of my story essentially is that face masks are our first line of defense against spreading of diseases, germs, colds, whatever you want to call it. It's like taking vitamin C when you're getting sick. If you know you're getting sick, you should cover your face, you should not spread it, you should protect yourself and others. Face masks are the starting line on a war against germs. So be considerate, take care of each other, think about how your actions have consequences on other people. If you're sick, you should be wearing a mask to cover your face. I really wish this was something that was more interrogated into, Eastern, from Eastern culture into Western. I know it's very common in Asia, and I know a lot of people feel almost intimidated by masks. Don't be. It is all for your health and safety and theirs. I just also wanted to add into this video, because I hadn't dabbled on it and I thought it was important. This all started for me about 3 years ago. I've been wearing face masks my whole modeling career because I travel a lot. I've lived in London, Tokyo, New York, Italy, you name it. I've been everywhere. I have an autoimmune disease. I have a compromised immune system. I travel a lot, so therefore I wear face masks. When I travel, I wear face masks to protect myself also from recycled air, dirty air in hotels and airplanes and stuff and whatever. I don't want to be breathing in that stuff. It's not good for me. So about 3 years ago, I was coming back from a trip in Japan, and I was on a domestic flight in Australia, and I had an elderly gentleman next to me, and then on the other side of me was a younger boy, and I was wearing my face mask, and I was asleep like this. Took out my earplugs. They were making comments. Apparently one of them was a doctor, and they were making comments about how the mask I was wearing did absolutely nothing. I had a cold at the time, so I kind of just got up as the plane stood down. I go, hey, just so you guys know, I heard everything that you said. And I just want you to be aware that actually I'm really sick. And if you prefer, I'll just take off my face mask and I'll just splatter everywhere, all over you. A lot of people fear what they don't understand. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that these face masks are for your best, your country's health, your family's health. This has nothing to do with, race. This has to do with basic bloody hygiene. Okay, and in case you couldn't tell, I'm from Australia. We've got some work to do here. I've been personally victimized in my own country for wearing a face mask on an airplane. That was a really hard moment in my life, walking off a plane crying because I was sick and I didn't want anyone else to get sick. I wanted to protect myself. I wanted to protect others. And then I got abused for it. And I did absolutely nothing. I literally did nothing. I'm just sitting on an airplane wearing my face mask, minding my own business. And it's not acceptable. You are the problem. You are the one who is causing this. The people wearing masks are helping each other, and you, even the people abusing them. You're sick, so you take vitamin C. You're sick because you're helping your own health. You're sick, so you wear a face mask so everyone around you doesn't get sick, so you don't spread disease, so you don't feel like shit. So many reasons. I wish this was adapted a little more heavily within Western society. It's a shame it isn't. And I hate the fact that, there's people out there, this is their normal life, and you're disturbing their life. They walk around all day, every day with masks. It's none of your business. So, big round of applause to all of you health warriors, all of you who are staying inside and taking this seriously and is taking everyone's health and everything into consideration, and you deserve a round of applause. And if you're out there right now and you're working hard and you're doing your thing, like, good on you. It doesn't matter what anyone's wearing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you. Oh, they don't do anything. Okay, they don't do anything then. So then why do you care so much? If that's what you think, then you live your life as someone who spreads germs, who doesn't understand contact. You know, when you talk, saliva spits, but maybe you just don't care, whoever this person is. Maybe you just don't care if you give it to someone else, but some people do. So leave them alone, mind your own business. 3, if you have any sort of some brain in you, you're inside right now, good on you. Or you're still having to work and you are fully prepared and equipped to be out right now. Trains, supermarkets, everything is cleaner than it's ever been. The metros and shit are cleaner than they've ever been. We're the disease. We're the disease. We are the virus. We are the spreaders. You don't have to be worried about the supermarkets, trolleys. You don't have to be worried about any of that stuff. The subways in New York, I don't think they're ever clean. So this is the cleanest that New York's probably ever been. We as people, as humans, everyone needs to understand that we need to start seriously taking each other into consideration from now on. And I hope that this gets better for everyone involved. I hope that people will start to understand now how behind we are in certain things. And some things we don't understand or we're fearful of. When we act in fear, it actually says more about you than those people, okay? Don't worry about what other people are wearing. Good for them if they're taking their health into consideration, you know? If I want to wear my shitty stretched fabric mask because maybe it makes me feel better, or maybe knowing that I have an autoimmune disease, or like maybe I don't want to cough on you. There is numerous reasons. I mean, no one knows right now. You could be holding the disease because no one has been tested, and you could be spreading it to other people. You could unintentionally, unknowingly be a, carrier and a spreader. So I wouldn't be too worried about the people wearing face masks. I would be more worried about you. So please don't judge, please be open-minded. This is a hard time. Everyone's trying to stay safe, and do your best. Thank you all for joining in. I'm gonna do a quick modeling of my masks, why not? And peace, love, everything. Just be chill.
People chill out, love each other, love each other, love each other, love each other.
Peace, and see you on the flip.